We're live.
It does sound like one of those things though, that you hear a lot in the club or you hear on the radio.
You want to pull up her Instagram post as well, she wrote.
What did she say?
Huh?
What did she say?
She'll read it to you. We're live.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too good.
So this is about the beef in 2017.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't even sound like a beef
Oh my
track
god,
though.
I'm singing it though. I sang the hook. I just sang the hook.
Let's ask the DJ.
So this is the
Is that gonna bang?
But the analogy behind it is that song's going to be played on the radio all the time.
And she's a much more popular artist as well, so that kind of lends herself to that.
So basically, the angle is she doesn't have the ability to artistically
come back.
So she's using the machine that she is hugely attached to, as in the fact that she has, you know, a huge record label and you know the radio play and all the rest of it, all of that shit. She's using that as her means to win the battle. So basically, what she's using is herself as a commodity, as opposed to any artist.
Are we saying that's...
So
Is that inherently fucked up though?
yeah, 100% it is. 100% because you've removed artistic integrity away.
And you saying that as well is the whole integrity of the game type thing, because now people don't care. Do you know what? Do you know Meek Mill had the best comeback ever because he exposed Drake's ghostwriter, but nobody cared. Nobody
Because no one cares
cared.
that Drake has a ghostwriter.
Yeah.
Nobody cared. So
bizarre.
that's how Nicki knows she can do that, because nobody cares.
The norms and values of hip-hop has changed.
Nobody cares.
It's definitely
I
Nicki
mean,
knows.
like people back in the day, if somebody came with, you've got a ghostwriter, just exposed your ghostwriter, that means your lyrical credibility is gone. Within an instant.
being in an era where it was just about your lyrical ability though.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Now it's that's what I'm saying. The norms and values and everything have changed now. You know, so.
But this is my question, like, rappers trying to do the circuit thing, but I want to ask a question though, in that. Obviously, Nicki Minaj, she just wants to win this thing. So let's just say someone comes to beat you. Let me show you something. Let's say someone come and joke you with a knife, and they're like, cool, let's have a knife fight. Be like, nah, I got a fucking torpedo, I got a rocket launcher in my yard. Let's go all out and really do this thing. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So it's like, is it inherently fucked up that I've chosen to take this war somewhere else?
Because I have that tool in my
Because I have that fucking arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying? And if the end result is to win, is that inherently fucked up?
You know why? You know what it might be? Because if you know you're coming to a knife fight and it's a knife fight, then why did you bring a torpedo?
Yeah, but if all is fair and more available. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like war. It's art. Yeah.
I mean, but I'm just listening to analogy, man.
Even Nicki Minaj fans, what was everybody saying? There is no way that Nicki could come back. So when you think about it, she's kind of been not strategic, but she actually.
It is strategic.
Well, it is strategic. She's come back, and she has come back. She never. Everyone thought she wasn't going to say anything. She was just going to be on her Instagram. She was just going to continue to release singles and then just totally air it.
But
she kind of.
Sorry, but the problem with that change as well for me was that I hate how Nicki Minaj is not displaying her lyrical talent.
Yes.
Because she's actually fucking
She's
sick.
good.
Her and Remy Ma can go toe to toe
That's what
on
I
the
was
battlefield.
waiting. This is why I was so excited.
Realistically, Nicki would in bar for bar, Nicki could quite easily take Remy.
This is my point though. So that to me is just like, it's so underrepresentative of what she can do on a lyrical
What?
I'm a
Did
bigger
she
fan
not-
of Remy than I am of Nicki Minaj. Music.
But I feel that Nicki's got a better flow, Nicki's got a better tone.
She comes
before
more than
as a female rap disc, that was the best I've heard. You know, the way that, even though it was so long, the way that Remy came, she set Nicki up for probably the biggest.
The delivery was terrible, man. It's not
That's what I'm saying.
But this is where we're going back to lyrical content over lyrical ability.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
So in terms of the content, like she bodied it.
ability,
Nah. Like she's literally sounding like
Even on that, Nicki doesn't sound like herself on there. That doesn't sound like.
sorry, but what I've just heard of that Nicki Minaj comeback is just like so disappointed. Because you know that tune that Nicki Minaj did, Looking Ass Nigga?
Yeah.
I want her to come like that. You know, it's just aggressive.
Yeah.
She's got a song called Did It on him. Just the first 4 bars, she goes, all these bitches on my side. The way she comes out with that was like a clean, sort of like a
But this is the right though.
fresher Remy.
Even though we know what Nicki Minaj can do, she's chosen to go down a different path because now the point is she needs to win on the world stage. Like she can't afford for Remy Ma to kind of pull her down any more than she has already.
Look at the fucking thing that I saw a tweet from People magazine today saying that she has Ariana Grande and fucking who's the other?
Selena Gomez.
And Selena Gomez in her corner. What the fuck does that mean?
So this is the same. This is
I'm sorry, I'm not a Beyonce fan, but even the instant with Beyonce saying she's the greatest rapper. Beyonce
said she's the queen.
She's a queen. But Beyonce's opinion on hip hop is not relevant in this conversation. But I'm talking about like
but then you're talking about in terms of them now, it's popularity, isn't it?
But that's what she's
only
popularity.
So that song's going to get played on the radio. Everybody's going to know it's about Remy. Not everybody has heard what Remy did.
But this goes back to the beginning of what I'm saying though. The reason why this kind of rap beef is a bit void is because if you're not having it on a platform that we can all agree on, that this is how we score the fucking card, then what are we arguing? Because there's going to be a fans that are like, she's got that track's getting played on the radio, it's getting played in the clubs. And there's going to be another fans that be like, but wait, she got body lyrically though.
Do you know what my advice is?
Conversation.
To everybody that's frustrated with how ridiculous all this shit is, how ridiculous and how much of a parody hip hop is with all this. Everybody, like, man, just tune the fuck out. Because there's so much good shit out there that literally just tune out of this.
But Nicki came first though, because Nicki started it. The Gucci track.
But even
so who really cares about Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj's music?
The bar.
Who gives a fuck?
I'm a Nicki fan, I'm a Remy fan. I thought this was healthy for the game. I thought it was going to be the best thing ever.
Casey, you know what? I was with you until I just heard that bullshit. And I was like, what the fuck was that? That's a disrespect.
I just listened to the Remy Fat Joe album. It's not very good.
That's not.
No.
I wasn't really
And then Nicki posted about the sales. So that was Nicki's comeback on Instagram, where the sales of that album were like, what 8,000, 10, 11,000 in the first week. So that was Nicki's comeback to Remy's diss at first. It was posting their sales. So this is kind of her comeback still.
But this is my point though. It's like
what's that got to do with art?
if this is my
That's what she knows.
If Nicki's measure of a win is to do with sales and popularity,
Is
then
that
she's
her
won.
measure?
If Remy Ma's measure is
What part of society? It's not hip hop fans' measure. It's not people who care about hip hop and who care about art. It's fucking the mainstream fans. The mainstream, because let's be honest, most hip hop fans aren't hip hop fans. They're pop fans that like the idea of being into hip hop. It's their measure. Their measure is not important. This is art. If you're not invested in the culture and in the artistic merit of it, then your opinion doesn't
Who
matter.
is these nowadays though? Who really is? It goes all the way back to Meek Mill could have flattened Drake by revealing his ghostwriter, who he was. He had the actual songs.
But let's not get it twisted though. Let's not get it twisted. I
cares.
think Drake is a fucking corny dude, man. But let's not get it twisted.
But I'm talking about
bar for bar, Drake would murder Meek Mills if he wanted to. Like bar for bar, if Drake didn't even do it,
But what I'm saying is, Meek Mill had, he had.
What you thought?
He had
What you thought would have been game over? Wasn't game over basically. So it's like
he had the receipts, but he messed it up himself by taking so many L's. This is like, and everyone's saying that now Nicki is in like.
But this is what I mean. I think it goes back to the question: is that what people are after in 2017? Is just a club record? Then if we're taking Drake and Meek Mill as an example, then yes, because back in 10 years ago, even 5, 6, 7 years ago, if you're coming with literally a fact that he's got a ghostwriter and it's blatant, then you're not. Then that's it. You know what I'm saying? Drake wouldn't have not a career, but he, you know what I mean? Like
Even to me now, anyone who puts Drake in the conversation of greatest after knowing that other people writing shit,
then it's
I can't talk to you about hip.
No, but that's what I mean. Where the norms and values have changed. Now it's about who can make the most sonically pleasing music.
But so you go out now, you play the Remy track, and then you play the Nicki track after. You know, people are going to be singing the hook of the Nicki track.
Because they know, like,
I
you said,
don't play either of those tracks.
but it's going back to what you were saying. It's
I think
about
this is
you
the
know
mentality
you can
behind
sing
it.
along. If you can sing along,
Yeah.
then it's popular.
And I think that's the mentality that Nicki's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
I'm going to kill you with popularity because you killed me.
Exactly. They're both playing their fucking game and they know they've got their advantage in. Do you know what
But
I'm saying?
the shit that's annoying is that Nicki could have come to the
Yeah,
festival and still possibly
Yes,
won.
yes, what you see,
She
that's
could have done both. She could have had
I agree. I agree.
And a diss.
And that's what I wanted to see. And that's what I would love to have heard and see. But I know. That's still playing into her hand. It's still kind of.
And that baffles me.
From a fan point of view, I would love to have seen that.
Yeah.
From a point of view of like, I just have to fucking win. Then she's
Got comment.
It's true.
She's real, you know. That's what that.
That last one.
Do you not think shEther has achieved greatness?
How does this got to do with this conversation? What's I got to do with this? We're talking about beef.
Let's just get back quickly to the Nicki thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Rap is almost an MMA fight, yeah? You've got various different tools at your disposal. You can use your Muay Thai, your Jiu-Jitsu, you can use your Judo, anything you can to your advantage to win the fight. So I get where Tifa is coming from.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, it is frustrating when maybe your best tool, you didn't use it, and it could have been even healthier for the scene. You know what I'm trying to say?
I agree with what you're saying, but it's almost kind of like, as a fighter, man, yeah? If I know that me and this guy going in hands, if it's a boxing thing, if it's striking thing, yeah, we're kind of equal. I might have a slight edge, but if you catch me if I'm moving too quick here, you might catch me.
Yeah.
But if I know that your wrestling game is weak, I'll just come on the wrestling game.
But the thing is, with this though, what I forgot to
But it
add.
creates a boring spectacle, which is why people get
But
upset.
if all you want to do is win and maintain your 20-0, then you're going to fucking come on the wrestling game.
Nicki dropped that. She said that Remy had 72 hours to respond to that. So where does it leave that?
It's a response coming today.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, Remy Ma and Papoose, in my opinion, just needs to put it to fucking bed. Because I'm bored now. Because that response is, I don't know where this is going. Because if one is making pop songs
You know what though?
and other one's making battle
If
tracks.
Nicki was being smart, she's just put out that there as a little teaser, but her next comeback after this is going to be the Nicki that we want. So maybe she's just, you know what I mean? Because she's given her 72 hours to respond, then maybe she's got the killer. This is the girl who did Monster. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, that's what I was trying to say in the last debate we had. I was trying to say that, look, do not...
And she didn't sound herself up
Do
now.
not
She's
say
got
Nicki.
something in the bag.
Nicki's done pissed me off with that
Nicki, we're waiting on you,
She's
Nicki.
pissed me off with that shit.
Yeah, man. Nicki, you can do better.
Yeah,
than that.
she's
Yeah.
fucking sick and she's come better than that. So
I
I'm
listen to
hoping...
Rhapsody.
Cool, well that's my vision.
Why would you waste your time listening to this fucking futile battle of like just really average music and average display of
No,
fucking
man, it's
ability?
healthy, man. Healthy for the scene. Healthy.
No, you know what's healthy is ignoring this bullshit
No,
and going to listen to good music.
What
That's
I-
healthy.
What I
This is
thought
unhealthy.
it should have done is put like female rap on a map where, you know, females can be now respected for their lyrical fucking
Exactly, so
ability.
go and listen to Rhapsody.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
That's a better way
this
to
day
do
now.
that.
I'm talking to come. These motherfuckers don't know that shit. I'm talking
Exactly, so get to know. Get to know. If you want to talk about healthy, like,
Now we got to talk about something that's gonna be current to these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
so we basically got dumb down shit.
I mean, I'm not saying we have to, but we got to try and do it in a way where, you know, we show this generation that you can still have some lyrical ability and still fucking do the thing.
Exactly, so go listen to Rhapsody.
Got some comments.
Coley wants to know, does it look bad that Nicki got Wayne and Drake for help?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes, most definitely.
I think it looks right.
That's the only thing I think is good because now that's going to wake Pap up. And now Pap's up, this could
Yes,
actually
what's
get
coming
good.
tonight then from the pack? It's already got a title now.
Culture vulture.
Culture Vulture. Ooh, that sounds vicious. That title.
But again, this is the same thing.
What, it's
You
going
know,
to boil down to the same shit?
Papoose and Remy Ma are bars people.
Yeah.
Like Drake and
They-
fucking
they
Lil Wayne.
know.
Though they're quite lyrical to a degree.
No,
They're song makers.
Wayne's
Wait, what?
got a little something.
No, but this is the thing.
This is his fight.
No, Wayne's lyrical ability to me is like it hits the ceiling. I'm saying the shit that people talk about Wayne being his best lyrical shit. I'm like, yo, that's some actual lyrical motherfuckers like average shit. That's when I've been like, nah, man, you got miss me with that Wayne shit. Man.
Exactly, bro.
That Wayne shit.
That whole kind of like declaring
Real
Wayne
G's
as
living in silence like lasagna. Come on. People, still to this day, people don't get that.
really? Morons don't get that. Like you've got to be a fucking idiot. Like you've got to not
Trust
know
me,
how
there's
to
people that
spell.
don't get
Listen, this is what I'm saying, because the bar is so low and people are so stupid and they accept such fucking talented music that when someone can string a sentence together, they somehow herald them as
It's
being
weird
amazing.
though what you're saying, because it's like Lil Yachty is whack, and then Lil Wayne was whack, and then you keep going back, and then ODB was whack, and then do you know what I mean?
No one ever said
Everything's
ODB was a great rapper though. People have actually said Lil Wayne is one of the best rappers ever.
People have said that.
Like, no one ever thought ODB was a great rapper. He just made dope music and he was a dope character. Same with Biz.
Trust me. People talk about the Carter 4 as like the fucking most genius rap fucking album ever. People were saying that shit.
Like, I wasn't a genius rap, but it was a dope album.
No, but it was an album that you can appreciate that a guy who's in the mainstream at the forefront of this whole fucking commercial rap shit just came out with that. That's you can respect it for that.
It was an important album for hip hop.
But it wasn't.
history. I agree to some extent, but that album was very important for hip hop history. And hip hop history will continue to grow, and everyone will have their tastes, everyone will have their lights, everyone will have their shit. But it will continue to grow, and that is an important album. That's what I wanted to say.
Directly answer your question,
Yeah.
The only reason that Nicki's gotten away with Drake and Wayne on her record is because she's popular. When other artists, like from recent memory, when Lil Durk and Tiger, even though it's a fucking stupid beef, just like this one, we're going at it. Tiger got fucking shit for getting the game on his diss record back to Lil Durk. So that's because he's not popular. Tiger's not popular.
I just want to say,
in hip hop.
in relation to that, I'm so happy that went under my radar and I didn't know it existed. I'm genuinely happy that I've never heard that or.
So what I'm saying is that the only reason she got away with that is because she's popular. So yes, she's weak for putting it on a record. She should be able to handle it. But she should be able to handle it on her own.
True. Like if someone comes at you one-on-one, and you're gonna bring two other people that happen to be guys, it's a bit like, come on, man.
Wait.
This is a female thing.
Dr. Dre had help, Tupac had help, 50, Styles, P, Bone.
Sorry, firstly, no one's ever said Dre is a great rapper. Puck, again, only people that ever put Puck in the greatest of all time are people that got into Puck years after he died and were like fucking children when he was out. Styles P had ghostwriters. I'd like to see some evidence of that. Who else did we say?
Beanie Siegel.
Beanie Siegel had ghost. Okay, show me some evidence of that, of Beanie and Styles.
No, he's on about the comeback this season.
Hold on, with two parts.
Tupac had the album.
Hit 'em Up wasn't exactly a comeback.
Didn't
comeback
Biggie have
disc.
Junior Mafia?
Wait, sorry. Hit 'em Up wasn't a comeback disc. That was like, I'm coming at you with my crew. It wasn't like you came at me with something and I'm coming with my crew. That's kind of like, I'm declaring war.
Also, Hit 'em Up wasn't just directed at one person. That he went at fucking a bunch of
Chino
people.
Excel, went at Mob Deep, so there was a couple of people. I'm saying that was a declaration of war. It wasn't necessarily a thing of like, you came at me, now come back at you.
With people.
Is that
It's not quite the same thing to me. It's not quite the same thing to me. Like Remy Ma's calling Nicki out on her once. That's like, look.
And she made that tune on her once in the
first
place.
And she only spoke about Nicki as well.
who else was Tupac talking about?
Chino Excel, Mob Deep. He
Was that no to think? Okay.
was talking about female fuckers in that track. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's quite the same thing. Like, and I think this one was important as well because it's like in recent times we haven't had a one-on-one female beef like this. That's why for you now to then bring two guys, it's a bit like what can't females do this on their own. You know what I'm saying? That's what it kind of feels like as well, you know. So I'm a bit like, nah, I'm not really trying to hear that.
So the thing is, if I punch Steve in his face right now, he's not gonna wait for two of his brothers to come to
Some
punch me
people
back.
do though.
Respect those motherfuckers now. We don't respect those guys.
Some people do. Their minds are coming. Yeah, when you get to me.
But they're weak. So Nicki's weak for me.
And for me, it's uncalled for. I'm saying to you, it's not like fucking she's 3 times the size. Now the guys are just as big as you. It's like, no, you're both the same
I
size.
think Nicki was dazed by that. This.
She
It was just that. My jaw hit the floor. I was like, whoa.
Nicki was
But I
weak.
thought she could handle it though. Yeah, Nicki, you can handle
Look,
it.
What would be even more surprising?
But Nicki can come back.
That's what I'm saying. What would be even more surprising if I was to punch Steve in his face?
Yeah.
Is if he didn't punch me back straight away.
You're trying to say
No. So what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but sometimes you need to, you're stunned then so you need to gather yourself. Then once he's gathered, then he's gonna come back. But Nicki gathered herself.
People though.
And then went to get him back.
No, I get that.
No, she's been gone a long time. I don't think that's. If you're giving somebody 72 hours to respond, you've got to have something else. She's got.
I think she must have something else. But at this point, I'm slightly bored with it.
Because that would be the most.
After that, I'm already like, I'm not even showing her this shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Like she thought,
And
like you
especially
said, up to the piece.
if she reads all the reviews of that dish, she's getting aired. She's getting nobody's impressed.
Nicki, nah. I don't know what the fuck that was possible. That was Nicki was what the fuck? That's weak, man.
Yeah.
That's weak.
How
That's
can you
fucking
go
weak.
How can you use auto tune?
Nah.
You just had sheep one, you're using auto tune.
And you get two man as well, you know.
Come up with
Nah.
this.
Weak.
Very weak.
Sure, man.
Any more questions?
Yeah, any more questions?
What do you think about Nicki having a playlist on Tidal called Queen's Got the Crown, supposedly taking shots at Remy when Remy is signed to Rock Nation?
Oh. See, this is what's that conflict of interest thing? So, but doesn't Nicki have some sort of? Will she?
So Nicki's got a playlist on Tidal, you saying?
But it's like about Queen's area.
And it's on Tidal, yeah?
Yeah, it's on Tidal.
Ooh. But then again, wasn't hold on a second.
Bronx versus Queens.
Yeah.
Didn't
KRS-One. Do you think KRS-One's going to get involved?
You never know. You never know.
Yeah, I got.
Do you know what? Actually, it wouldn't surprise me, you know.
On the bridge is over.
No, it wouldn't surprise me if he just jumps in and gets himself involved with it.
Correct.
Well, it is Bronx versus Queens.
Yeah, exactly. Because Fat Joe's obviously going to get involved, and Fat Joe and KRS-One go back.
You think Joe's gonna get involved?
Of course he's going to get involved.
No, he's not. He said he's not.
He's staying out of this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe's been staying out of this shit. He's gonna comment on this motherfucking
For
shit.
how long though? Like what? It's going to escalate. At what level?
Papoose
and Mark can handle it. They can
I know Remy's a dope writer, but there's.
But why are we having a conversation about this? It should just be Remy can handle it. Nicki can handle it. Why are we talking about?
Nicki Minaj going on? Gonna bring two motherfuckers.
But that's what I mean.
Now Remy has to get her crew. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bit like, you know, fuck up the fucking war.
They didn't take shots on the song.
Who did? Drake and Thing?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. They're affiliated.
They were-
And they know what time it is, man. They know what time it
It's
is.
death by affiliation. Come on.
And they know what the situation is.
Papoose and Remy can make
But
it
then
really hard
again,
for Drake to come
when
to
you,
the door.
but listen to in saying that though, the original disc
And he
was
don't-
on a Gucci song, so he wasn't taking any.
No, but the thing about that, this was that Gucci thing, was that there was no names mentioned.
I hope they go with Gucci as well. I hope
There was
Papoose
no
goes
names
with
mentioned.
Gucci. I hope Papoose, because Gucci's dog shit.
Gucci didn't get involved. He didn't say
Oh, okay.
anything.
Go,
But
Gucci.
you see in rap in general, there's a lot of bravado in rap anyway. There's a lot of kind of like, I'm the best, your shit, yada yada. So that could have been misconstrued as a diss.
But
Do
not
you know what I'm saying?
because Remy did an interview on Hot 97, so they're all sort of answering.
But those
So
are-
Remy did that Hot 97.
But those are
interview.
interpretations,
He did
though.
the record with
But those are interpretations. But the Remy Ma thing was like
Latest
a
comment.
direct send to you. There's no ambiguousness in that. That's what I'm saying to you.
It's not
You know what I'm saying? What's that?
Hold on. Comment. Beanie Siegel one.
Ambiguities. The fuck?
Comment.
that title question.
Got a new comment.
Beanie Siegel got State Prophecy Memphis Bleak on diss tracks to Jadakiss. 15 unit Eminem put D12.
Yeah, do you know what? I misunderstood that when you said that the first time. I thought they were saying it's people
Ghostwriters.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Wait.
no, they did. But
That's the first time Snips is standing corrected on anything.
it happened. But then, to be fair, it wasn't just a. That was a fucking Rockefeller Locks beef. It wasn't just one person. Like Jada and Beanie were at the heads of those beefs. And to be fair, both the main records, I swear, it was just Beanie and Jada.
Whose comment was that? You got to shout
But
them out.
then there was other diss records because it was a whole group. It was a group.
Bravo and May.
Shout out all in there, yeah?
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout. At least that's a decent question.
But it's even like
Do you wanna read
the
the-
and the 50 thing, like even Emma's getting involved with that.
Yeah.
It's just, it happens, isn't it? But it's about the style of which it's happening. Like in this situation, it's not acceptable. I don't care. Like, I just don't care. Like you can't have a person come at you and then you bring two people along with you.
She came at you twice as well.
Do you want to just read what's on in Nicki's Instagram?
So she said, no hashtag no frauds, hashtag facts only. Featuring Champagne Poppy and Little Tucci. Hashtag young money to the death of me, committing perjury, hashtag got before and after pics of your surgery, hashtag stop surgery shaming before I post them, hashtag forward, diss records can't be liars. Great diss records are facts, but here at Young Money we don't do diss records, we drop hit records and diss on them. I got a bunch more on clock, pause. The greats took 3 months to respond to diss records. Queens doesn't move on peasant times. Queens shut down Paris, then drop on Queen times. I love my fans. You're the...
Sorry, I'm not bored.
So basically, Nicki has done her research. So she's basically saying on that, she's basically said, Young Money do not diss back. Queens act in a certain way. She's got before and after pictures of Remy Ma's surgery, and that a diss record cannot be lies. So that's what Nicki Minaj said on her Instagram.
But also, she also said the greats took 3 months to reply.
That's true.
But let's just get one thing straight. We live in an era now where we live in a social media era. So it's required of you to come back straight away. Otherwise, you're gonna be
Look at Meek Mill, man. He left everyone waiting for him.
And how many L's did he take? How many L's did he take?
So many.
There you go. So unless you reply straight away, you're gonna be taking an L. Do you understand? I'm a grime, I'm gonna take you back to grime. In grime, if you didn't send a dub back in 24 to 48 hours, you're a waste, man. Don't talk to me about grime anymore.
You're happy with the chip and
They're not grime chips. Don't talk to me chips. No.
You're not feeling chip?
I don't feel
Let's have a conversation.
He wanted. He was. In my opinion, he's now.
I thought that was fun.
It was fun. But this is my issue with that, right? You were a grime MC. Then you went and became a pop star. Now that you're a pop star, he had tunes with Chris Brown and Nevada.
Does that make
No, I'm not saying he's not grime anymore. But I'm saying if you don't want to bring your people through with you, then don't come back now and bread them. When your career, when you're a pop star. No. I'm not having it. And then you're gonna try to say that Bugsy is less of an artist than you because he's making a name of you. No, that's what the whole thing was back in the day. If you sent for somebody. Yeah, and you did well, then that's what it was. And Chip claims to be from an era where that's what it was. You sent for somebody and then you built a name off the fact that you bodied them. That's what it was. So then how you gonna come at somebody and say you're shit because you built your career off me? Bugsy's done exactly what I would have done myself. He's got his own YouTube channel now with every single one of his videos has got over 1 million views. So why not? You're making money for YouTube.
I agree with what you're saying, but to say that Chip can't be a top artist and then come back to grime.
I don't like the way he did it though.
I'm going to say, I'm going to give you an example of Chris Brown. He came from an R&B background. A lot of his top #1 hits have been dance records. But that doesn't still not make him
an R&B artist.
or an R&B.
But he always co-signed R&B though. When Chris Brown signed to T.I., he then he didn't bring any of his people through with him, and then now you want to come back to them and bread them again.
But I don't like it. See, the reason why I have a discrepancy with what you're saying is that he didn't bring any people with him is that he didn't pop himself.
He did pop himself. But he basically did though.
But this is the thing. But you know how the game works.
Okay, cool.
In the game, you get investment.
Yeah.
You get the record label invests in you. If you succeed, then you get given another chance to fucking build off that success. Chip didn't even get through. He didn't even get to himself. Didn't get through for you to then say he can bring anyone else through.
Okay, but
He got bumped for Iggy.
What's that?
Iggy.
What about her? What are you saying?
Iggy Azalea.
But we're talking about Chip.
Yeah, signed to T.I.
Yeah, but what if
She got big.
So therefore, someone can then debate with her. She's the other people that through them. But Chip didn't have that success though.
Okay, but he kind of did though. How can you say that he didn't when he's got certain
So when you
videos
say bring people through,
I'm talking about you ditched your management team so that you could go to America and then flop. Yeah, Boss Bath was his manager. And then as soon as he dropped Bath out, he went to America, done what he was doing everywhere.
To be fair though, I'm sure Bath was still managing for quite a while when he was in the States.
Not until he went with him to go to the TI stuff. But I don't.
That argument about bringing people through is what I'm not with that, man. Because it's like you have to bust first.
No, because if
you're
a grime MC and you claim to be a grime MC, then promote grime.
I mean,
you don't want to promote grime if you're a grime MC? You don't think Stormzy's promoting grime right now?
Well, this is the thing. This first and foremost, you should be an artist, right?
Cool, you're an artist.
Cool. So I'm saying, so you you're trying to tell me shit has no case, just go into the scene and be like, look, I want to make music right now. And I might be in a position right now that I want to make music that's going to sell to some masses. Okay, cool. So what do I have to keep saying, oh, I'm grime, or I'm rapper, I'm this, I'm that? Why can't I just be an artist and try and do my thing?
That's
Yeah.
fine.
But then this one calls me out, and you want to go back to basics.
But he,
don't go back to basics.
The way he came back onto the grime scene is completely. You can't just send for Tiny Temper and say I'm a grime artist now because I said for Tiny
So
Temper.
you're saying
He was never even a fucking grime MC.
you can't. You're basically
That's what I'm
saying that he came from grime, he left it, and he came back, and then he started dissing
But
everyone. As though he never
But the
left.
thing is, he came back when it was comfortable. If somebody called him out and he came back, I'll completely understand why.
Okay.
Do you understand?
I can understand what you're saying.
But for you to come back because it's now convenient for you and grime is becoming popular, yeah. Don't come off as oh yeah, I've been on like grime with my people then and everything. Don't talk to me about that, please, my brother, because and also
It's something happening, you know, when it comes to watch that face, you know.
You can't talk to me about tips. Advocate for the grime scene, no.
Wait, got one last comment.
Going back to the Nicki thing, Gary Richards says Nicki is hurt because her fans know she has no pen game, only bend over game.
Whoa!
Why she's hot, why she's pissed is because she does have pen game. She's dope. But the thing is, her fans don't know that because her fans aren't actual hip hop fans. So they don't actually know the difference between her really barring off or her making a fucking record like Starships. So for her, what she realizes is the fact that all these fans that will come along for the ride with her are either just gonna disappear when she's not popular because she's been made a mockery of, and they're not going to give a shit even if she does.
And Nicki knows that shit, man. Nicki knows what fan base she's dealing. If you check that Instagram post, sorry, Brandon, your name. If you just check the Instagram post that Maya has read out here, all she's talking about is her success in the music game.
And then she's belittling Remy's sale.
This is it. She's not talking about she's not talking about pen. So you know all that's on Nicki Minaj's mind is how she looks on the world stage. That's it. Because she doesn't want to fuck up her money. That's what the fuck. She cares about her popularity in relevance to how much fucking money
She's at a
she
level now where she can do a dope ass
Yeah,
ride.
but what is she?
She can slay Remy and then go back and do her. Go back and do her thing.
But that's assuming she slayed Remy. I think she can, but that's just assuming she does the fucking job. She does a whack service.
I wouldn't care if she had a ghostwriter. She needed to come back. Nicki had to come back. She had to come back for that.
That was me. I don't want to hear that shit again.
I just want to reiterate, I can't stress how much I don't care about this people.
Will you care if Papoose gets involved?
Yeah. 100%.
Ooh, so this is dropping tonight then?
Yeah, I'll check for that.
I'm going to check for that.
Go and check
Yeah,
for
we're
that.
going to follow up on this. Yeah.
Cool. But all in all,
Nicki, man.
Yeah.
You better have something in the bag.
And on top of that is like, look, the game is changed. Like there's not one playing field now. There's not one ground of how we judge this battle and
And
shit.
you know what as well?
Too much.
The game has changed
But
so
you know what
much.
it is? It's important for us to judge it in the ways that we see fit. And this whole mentality of like, things have changed, so we have to adapt. No, you don't. If we did that at every level of fucking society, we say, oh, you know what? You imagine people in Germany in the 30s being like, well, you know, that's just how it is now. Everyone follows Hitler. Everyone's in the SS. Like, you don't just have to think that, because that's how it is, that's just how it is. You have to say, no, you can say, fuck this. We don't look at Trump and say, well, this is just how it is. Now, this is normal.
You can say fuck. No, you're right.
Like actually hold down your own opinion and hold down your own standards and say, if this is dog shit, it's dog shit. I'm not fucking.
You're damn right about that. What I'm saying to you, like, there was a point in time for me where it's like, you didn't have to argue on too many playing fields.
Yeah.
Like, it was just the one playing field of like,
To me, that's it. To me, that's it.
Okay, cool.
I'm judging this as art.
Alright, cool.
Whoever
Yeah,
has
there you go.
this
There you go.
artist.
What I'm saying,
Otherwise,
but there's too many, but the conflict of fans, like, interest is
don't care about these fans.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of fucking 14-year-old girls who just got into fucking pop music. And
Do you even have them?
Fucking, who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck what every Ariana Grande says. I don't give a fuck what Beyonce says. I don't give a fuck what fucking whoever the fuck else. Fuck off, man. Who gives a shit? Just fuck off.